the main thing was honestly for me is I've always wanted to be like really good at a game, like top 500 something like that. I've never necessarily quite found the game because I would like hop on a game, I'd want to get good at it. I play it for about a month, and then something else would come out that would catch my interest, and I'd start playing that.
Yeah.
And so Overwatch is like the one game where I'm like, okay, there's like actually a lot of skill expression in this game, and I enjoy it, and I can play it longer than a month.
Yeah.
Um, and it's very hard. Um, so uh, wanted to be, top in this game and be as good as I can
Sure.
is what made me want to get coaching.
Okay. I'm seeing here that you are Genji OTP, basically.
Yeah, well, since that time, since I submitted the form, I did kind of a little bit, but I've more and more begun to pick up Tracer as well, just because it's kind of miserable. Just playing Genji, and then I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people say, if you're a flex DPS player, you Tracer is very very nice to have, and I like playing Tracer a lot. So
Sure. Okay. Sounds good. No problem. Let's get rolling here. So you talked about like Overwatch being able to keep your attention for longer than most games, but how long have you been playing?
um, so I started playing a while ago. I used to just play quick play for fun with one of my console buddies. Uh, and then I stopped playing for a while. Then I came back because my brother got into it a lot. And so we started playing together. I think we started playing like seriously at like the beginning, or sorry, not the beginning, towards the end, maybe the middle of like season 16 or 17. And then, wait, was it season 19 now, I think?
Yep.
So we started playing together about, yeah. It was toward the end of season 17. And then we played all of season 18 competitively. And then we've been playing this season together as much as we can.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
So that's about how long I've been taking it seriously.
Okay. So you play with your brother a lot, or do you play your solo queue some as well? Like,
Yeah.
how does that usually break
I,
down?
so I solo queue sometimes, but I would say like 80-90% of my games that I play with my brother. Both of
Sure.
the games that I'll show you today, he's my tank in all the games.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. So hero pool, a little bit of Tracer, some Genji stuff as well. Looking on what I take to climb through the ranks, I could do to improve myself in order to get to the top. And you stream on Twitch,
Yes.
and you're hoping to do more of that. Is that just something that you enjoy apart from Overwatch, or is that something that you're hoping to do with Overwatch specifically, or is it just you're not really quite sure as of right now?
Right now it's I guess it's both. I enjoy streaming a lot. Like I could stream a different game, and I would be happy with that as well. But a lot of people like watching me for Overwatch. I say a lot,
Sure. Yeah.
obviously not like a whole lot, but um, and I enjoy playing Overwatch, and so it's obviously the better you are, the more people are going to want to watch you. So that's
Sure.
a lot of what uh makes me want to get better as well.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. So climbing up rank just in general, but also would help some of your Twitch stuff as well. What rank are you at right
Yeah.
now?
So a couple of days ago I hit Diamond 5 on this account. I hit Diamond 5 a while ago, and me and my brother decided one night at like 2 a.m. that we were gonna queue. We did not
Uh huh.
take it seriously, and we fell down a lot, and so and then oh my gosh, last night was bad too. So I'm plat 3 now on this account.
Yeah.
But I think I have 2 games picked out right now. I think both of those games I was plat 2.
Okay. So high plat at least. Okay. And you're playing a lot, at least the time of the form.
I would say as much I would say recently I haven't because I've had a big project to work on for one of
Yeah.
my classes. So recently no, but before that yeah I was playing a lot.
Okay. Makes sense. 3, 4 hours, 5 hours, even longer, depending on the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Basically 90, 80% Genji, rest Tracer. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's basically 90% playing with your brother and ranked. And a lot of this is on stream.
Yes.
All right. You got to link your Twitch and my Discord here real fast. Send it to me real fast.
Okay.
I'll throw it in the,
No
I'll throw it in the
way.
description of the
Okay.
video. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that question mark was supposed to be a slash, but
That's fine. That works. Okay, I'll get this pulled up then. Okay, so
I
sounds
appreciate
good.
that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course, of course, of course. So, looking to improve your understanding of the game and my character. You talked a little bit about why you're looking to do that, but talk to me about what specifically you're looking to understand about the game, about the character. Maybe you don't know what you don't know, but is there anything come to mind that you feel like I need to do a better job with fill in the blank?
Yeah, I think definitely positioning and engagement timing for sure because there was one time when I was playing with one of my friends who was masters. He was like mid masters.
Yeah.
Um and so I was getting put in like it was and I was like high plat at the time. So it was like high plat to masters lobbies.
Yeah.
And like he was doing well and it was like,
Mm-hmm.
man, like I've never been carried that hard in my life before. And so I'm
Yeah.
like I need to figure out like what's the difference between like me and these guys, you know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
so I think a lot of it genuinely just came down to like I said, like just game sense stuff. And so I think I lack a lot of game sense.
Sure. Sure. When you say game sense, what specifically you're referring to?
I think knowing when to engage and knowing when to disengage, and then also being able to, because I think a lot of times I like like overcommitting and stuff like that is something that I tend to do. So I would say the biggest thing is probably engagement timing,
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Engagement timing. Now, you mean like when you're going
positioning as
in,
well.
when you're going in, setting up? Like what? When do you mean engagement timing
Yeah, I would
specifically?
say go when I'm going in because it's like I think a lot of times I will go in and everybody looks at me and I die and I'm like, where's my team? I turn around and they're all like in a choke or something. I'm like, okay, well that's probably my bad. Probably I should have paid attention to my team a little more.
Sure.
So
Sure.
maybe
Okay.
something like that, or maybe noticing more where the enemies are looking at, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Makes sense. Goals, figuring out what to improve on specifically in the short term, how to improve, long term, maybe even champ. It's been a dream of mine to hit top rank. We talked about that a little bit already. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your schedule right there. So this is going to be the challenge with what you're doing right now because obviously it's sick to be able to stream the game and play the game a lot. Your hero pool looks obviously pretty good as well. The Genji Tracer is a good solid hero pool. You can pretty much play those guys whenever. And the question then comes down to what do you do with the time that you have? Because you're putting a pretty good amount of time in, but
Yeah.
there are some concerns about the efficiency of that time. Now, what I'm going to try
Yeah.
to do is try to find a cohesion between what you're doing goal wise, like what you want to do and what you could do optimally. All right. So, first things first, playing 3 to 6 hours, you probably should narrow that time down a little bit. However, that is going to be, let's put it this way, not conducive to improving your stream quality. Maybe if I know we always say like Twitch, like longer streams probably a little bit better. So here's what I would encourage you to do is I would at least try to segment your gameplay time a little bit better than where you are right now. As in, I want you to differentiate between I'm tryharding on stream versus I'm just chilling on stream,
Yeah.
if you can. Now, that might mean that you consider trying a new character. Maybe not.
Okay.
Maybe you're like, I just want to play Genji all the time. I'll just swap to an alt. Okay. The only problem is that it is going to be difficult to change your habits with the character if all you're doing is playing the same character and if you're just kind of chilling on stream. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's like you
Yeah,
spend
yeah,
2 hours hard grinding on stream and then you just spend 3 or 4 hours just kind of playing whatever, but you're doing it on the same characters. There's a chance you don't see as much improvement as you would like. But
Yeah.
we can cross that road when we get there. Second thing, you need to solo queue at least some.
Okay.
And that might be a part of your stream thing as well. I don't really know. But the reason is just simply because you need time to kind of calibrate your actual rank, not your rank in combination with your brother.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense. Now, that doesn't
No,
mean
that
that
makes
you don't
sense.
need to solo queue most of the time or even half the time, just some of the time. 10, 20% of your games, calibrate your rank, and then the queue will be more accurate afterwards. Because you could be boosting your brother could be boosting you. You could be boosting your
He's
brother.
lucky boosting me.
Well, what rank is he?
He's also we're the same rank. So.
Right. So right. Well, you think he might be boosting you, but you don't know. I mean, he could be higher ranked than you, and you could be boosting him because you're actually a plat 1 player or a diamond 4 player, And so you're playing versus a Plat 3 counterpart or Plat 2 counterpart, and basically you need time to solo queue to kind of calibrate where your individual rank is, if that makes sense. There's no such thing as performance-based SR, so the game will not increase your ranks disproportionately when you're queuing with a group.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay. Any questions so far?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
So hero pool's fine. Playtime is definitely fine, but might be too much. Might want to segment that. Might want to spend some more time solo queuing. And do you have any warm-up routine, or you just kind of jump in?
I used to do Kovacs, and I probably should keep doing it because I did feel improvement when I was doing it. But like, genuinely at this point, usually I get home from class and my brother's, he's already home, so then I just hop straight on the game.
Yeah. Well, you're playing a lot, right? So to me, it's just more about like getting your rhythm for things. So what I would encourage you to do is to do Kovacs or Vaxter or anything along those lines for like literally 5 minutes. That would be my goal. For you. Yeah, just because it's kind of boring, right? And it's probably why you didn't continue to do it. So just do it for 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Just warm yourself up. We're just trying to find some sort of structure to your training that's more than what you're doing right now. It doesn't mean like all of a sudden everything is super regimented. But add a little bit more structure, a little bit more consistency, a little bit more control, a little bit more planning out to what you're doing. It's all baby steps. Okay. Any questions so far?
I don't think so.
Okay. With those things in mind, let's talk about what needs to be practiced when you are practicing. Replay codes, shoot them my way.
All right. I'll send this one. I think. Oh, there it is. Oh man. Okay, here's one.
Okay.
And then I'll send one more your way.
Sure. Now, why these codes? What about just this first one? What about this particular code made it reviewable for you?
So this first one was, I know in your, your, not like requirements, but whatever, in the form, it talked about sending a close game. So this was a close game. And I think, so we're on defense first, is that right? Yeah, we're on defense. Yes. We get 3-0'd, and then we come back and turn around, and then we take it to third point as well. And so it's like first on defense, I'm if I remember correctly, I'm not playing well. Like nobody really is, but I'm not playing well. And then all of a sudden it's like we turn around, and so I wanted to necessarily find out why it just all of a sudden turned around, and why I felt like I started playing better in in our attack. So I don't know if it was something I did or if it was something that they did or our team, but it's like for whatever reason something in the second half they just clicked for some reason.
Sure. Okay. Any other questions about the game generally, Genji specifically, micro, macro, anything along those lines come up?
I guess I don't know if it'll like show it in this game or not, but it's like, so I was watching I don't know if you saw or not, but Awkward did a Genji unranked to GM.
I didn't see it, but I know he did one.
Yeah, so I was watching that a lot, and so pretty much the thing that he stresses like the entire time, like throughout every game, is like catching enemies off guard, like approaching from an off angle, and shooting them from there. And I find I don't know if I'm just not, like I said, positioning, engagement, timing, whatever. I feel like it's very hard for me to catch enemies off guard. I feel like it's like, I'll do a wall climb over something and I will catch them off guard. I'll shoot one right click and it's like, I have 3 people looking at me. And maybe that's just like the Genji victim mindset. But sometimes it feels like that. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong in that sense, or if
I would agree with Awkward with one. And maybe it's just Awkward loves his little catchphrases, right? It's like his marketing, right? So I think with awkward, its catchphrases are never wrong. There's just always an additional sentence that needs to be added to it.
Okay.
So when you're saying like you approach from an off angle to catch the enemy off guard, approaching from an off angle is how you increase your chances of catching the enemy off guard, right? That's why you approach from the off angle, right? It splits their attention, it denies cover, allows for better access to better targets, yeah. But the reality of Genji is that, you know, the enemy team isn't stupid.
Yeah.
So eventually you're going to come from an off angle, and then they're going to know that you're there. So what I would add to that, but it's not nearly as marketable, and that's where awkward's better than me, is they're going to know that you're going to come and you don't care. How can you manage that attention and not die? Because the value of an off angle isn't just the kill value itself, it's the threat of what might happen if they don't deal with it. And when they deal with that, that is value for your team that wins games. The higher rank that you get, the less likely you're going to be able to carry in gold, plat, diamond. And that's the problem with unranked GMs, is that more often than not, for a large percentage of these unranked GMs, awkward is able to catch people off guard. And then all of a sudden, you know, if he was to play Genji and Grandmaster, he would not be catching people off guard as often, right? It would still be the right thing to do, but then it comes down to, okay, I'm going to do the right thing. You know I'm going to do the right thing. So how is this trade going to go? Do you understand what I'm saying? I've had this happen all the time when I'm coaching Tracer players. It's an anecdote I love to say is I coach Silver Tracers to Plat, and then they come to me and they're like, Coach Spilo, flanks don't work because there's people on those flanks now. And I'm like, welcome to Tracer, welcome to Genji. Like, they're going to know that you're there, and they're going to try to kill you. So what are you going to do about it? And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But more importantly, the off angles never go away. The off angles are always good. There's little creative approaches, but you have to be prepared for that attention. And you talked a little bit about that with your engagement timing, and we'll kind of address that. That's a good question, and we'll answer that. Anything else?
You rocking with my skin? It's mustard Genji.
Yeah, it's a... Let's just say it's unique, okay? You know, I've never seen a Genji use this skin in one of my reviews before. So do with that information as you will.
All right.
So this is kind of an interesting starting position here. So we're going to actually start criticizing your position from the very first 2 seconds, okay? So you might be like, what are you talking about? The statue's freaking amazing. Well, everything in Overwatch is contextual, okay? Everything in Overwatch is contextual. And this is why you can't just memorize positions, okay? So let me ask you a question. Where is your team staged, set up to fight right now? Where is the fight location approximately on our screen?
It looks like down main, I guess.
But be specific.
I would say on the. It looks like most people are looking down that left side of the bus towards.
Kind of feels like here, right? Like here, right? You're set up to fight where right now, primarily?
I guess if they were to come around on the right side of the statue.
Just here or here, right? I mean, either side. Yeah. You're set up to fight on either side. But do you notice the problem here? The slight problem? You're not set up to fight here.
Yeah.
You're set up to fight back here. So is this angle bad in a vacuum? No, it's great. There's tons, but given the context of the information that you had before the fight started, yes, it's bad.
Okay.
So where should you be? Where's your angle with what your Winston? See, look what your Mei does. Look what your Mei does. So your Mei probably wanted to fight here, and then she goes, oh, Winston's playing up. I'm going to play up. You didn't do that. So you tell me where's your angle.
I would say where I rotated to after this is not bad.
That's an option. Also, yeah. This is not that as well. Yeah, this isn't bad, right? It's a little too far in the open. That's what gets your deflect forced. But yeah, if you'd been here. You ready for another one? Just go with your Winston.
Yeah.
As long as you're not stacked with 3 members of your team, you're fine. This is cool. Play with your tank. That's cool. This position here can wrap around from here as well. You could sit here and shoot Ryan. Just this angle doesn't make any sense, given where your team is set up to fight. And so then what ends up happening is you end up kind of having to make a last-second adjustment. You go, oh, shoot, cover. I screwed up. And then you end up having to give up that angle. You see what I'm saying? So we just needed to be, here or here, and that's all. So and then crucially, you needed cover and you needed an angle. Well, you're just kind of standing in the open, right? And you don't even really have a proper angle. There's a lot of people already stacked into this position. If this Ryan had been here, and you could have simply just used the statue for cover and shot him, but you notice that you had to walk out from your angle to find value.
Yeah.
Both here and here. That's correct, because your angle wasn't good. You were not on an angle at all. You were mispositioned. It's like if you had gone and tried to spawn camp, And then as they're walking out from spawn, you started to fight when your Winston's over there. What are you doing? Right? That's stupid. You did the opposite, right? You did the opposite. You were too slow and then had to overcorrect to a position that didn't make any sense.
Okay.
Okay. Now you're the only one fighting right now, so you need to be careful, but this angle does make some sense, right? You're able to get close. Okay, can we get out? Yep. Okay, good. Yep. Now let me ask you a question. What's the best way to approach somebody when you're playing Genji? What would Awkward say here?
From an off angle?
Are you approaching from an off angle? Technically, yes. Right? Because where's some of the pressure, most of the pressure from your team coming from? Here, and you're going off here. But you could feel that this doesn't feel optimal. Can you tell me why?
Because they can all just, like, look up and shoot me.
Right. So what makes an angle for Genji good?
When they can't see you.
Okay, but how do you dictate that? How would you describe an angle that they can't see you? What made this angle have potential, right? But this angle has a lot less.
I'm not sure.
That's okay. That's a good question. That's a good answer, right? I want to know if you don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
There's two factors, okay? Very, very simple. One is proximity. Two is the angle depth, okay? So would you describe this as close to the enemy team?
Somewhat.
Okay. Would
say,
you
yeah.
describe this as closer?
Yes.
Objectively, you could whip out the yardstick, okay? It's closer.
Yeah.
What about when you were angling here with the intention of them walking here? Would that have been close if they'd been here? I mean, 100%
Yes.
perfect, right? But this is too far. It's
Okay.
not a million miles away, but it's such that your
yeah.
weapon is drastically inferior to every other weapon that you're looking at with the exception of Reinhardt, right?
Okay.
Widow, Bashes, and their guns are way better than yours at this range. And so you should not be contesting these specific targets at this range. So let's keep that in our back of our mind. And then we talk about the depth of the angle, okay? Is this a dramatically different angle? If I were to draw like a little circle around the enemy team, compared to your team, this feels like 10 degrees to the side. You see that? Just a little off to the side.
Yeah.
What would be better if you could? If you could teleport anywhere in the map, you teleport where, right? On now.
I would say to that little block right there to your right.
Yeah, so up here.
Okay.
Why? Because it's not only close proximity-wise, but it's also extremely inconvenient. It's like 180 degrees almost from where your team is coming out of the choke, right? And you can already tell why it just makes sense. Like I want to be making them have to choose my team or me. I want to be uncomfortable. And so what Awkward says is that this will catch the enemy team by surprise. What I say is that yes, optimally, but it might not. And if it doesn't, it's still going to work for your team.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to get a free engage. You or your Winston. Somebody's going to get a free engage. It might not be you, but if that case, then you're going to help your Winston a lot. So the problem here is that your angle is too far, and it's not deep enough. Now, let me ask you a question. Can you always materialize directly behind the enemy team in point-blank range?
Nope.
No. So sometimes you have to find out an angle that's a little far away, but at least it's behind them. Or maybe it's not really far behind them, but at least it's a little bit to this. At least it's close, right? So you have to find that balance. I want to get close to the enemy team. I want to get behind the enemy team. But if I can't do either one of those, I'll find the gradient or whatever that's the best combination of the two as best I can. And if you think about it, with the intention of the enemy team fighting here, this position here was perfect for that because the enemy team has to choose 90-degree angle versus looking at your team and looking at you. That's really good, right?
Yeah.
And in terms of range, it was point blank. So you're doing this naturally and you're not even thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
Until we get to this moment here. And then now you're not thinking about it at all.
Yeah.
And so I don't anticipate this is going to work super well. You're either going to do nothing or you're going to get killed. And you see the problem with this? That you're able to close the gap because of your Winston creating the space and all that.
Yeah.
But what did you have to do that?
Dash in.
You had to dash in. Now, is using a dash to engage bad?
Not always.
Not always. That's right. But why was it necessary here?
Because since that's the thing with being with a duo, I knew he was going to jump in. He told me he was going to jump into
True.
touch, and I saw that everybody was grouped, so I knew that it was going to be pretty big.
Sure.
So I dashed in. I knew that people were going to be low, so
Sure.
I just
Sure. So let me give you an option here. What are you doing right now? Nothing, right? Why? Because you don't have anything. You have to get healed. So let's count the timer. 143. All right, or we can just look at the top here. 301. What could you start to do to improve your angle choice while you're waiting for your tank or waiting for your team?
Either what I would do if I could do it differently is I'd probably walk to the left, to go. There's that little opening over there, and I would approach from there, or I could even go from where we talked about earlier, right there.
Yeah, why not? Anything would be better than what we did. Nice, good job. Okay.
Yeah,
does that all make sense?
I think that'll be like the one highlight of that point. Yes, all makes sense for sure.
Okay.
The one thing that I would ask, I think you might have mentioned this before. So if like going back to like the whole being on the statue thing, and like playing for cover. So like right there where you said where I should have been angled instead of the statue over by that room in front of the doorway. Yeah, over there. So if I was positioned there, then they start to push up and they take my space. Would you recommend then I go to the statue, or should I maybe rotate out back through the building and go? Okay.
When you're here and you're shooting them and they just walk through statue, D-Day is going to happen. You're not going to be able to plan this thing out. You're going to force a response. That question is going to be answered for you. Because either they're going to ignore you and keep rotating, in which case you just keep tailing them from behind, or more likely, the more logical response is freeze, look at you, win or lose the fight off of what you do here.
Okay.
That's it. What do you think about your angle choice now? Let's put you back in the statue for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the same thing happened again.
In what regard?
I was behind the statue and didn't necessarily have an angle, and then I walked out from cover and got forced out.
Now, wait a second, though. There's a very important difference here. Where's your team set up to fight this time?
I guess they're further back than last time.
Feels like statue, no? I mean, look at your tank, look at your Sombra, look at your backline, right? So you don't need to be here if you don't want to, but you can if you want to, but you don't need to be, if that makes sense. Yeah. So the problem here is you are leaving the statue, but the difference is that you didn't have to this time, because your team isn't fighting without you. Your team is waiting, so you can be waiting too. You don't need to do anything right now. So you're fishing for some of those juicy shurikens, but again, whose gun is better here? I know it's Bash, I know his hitbox is big, but you got to be careful. Yeah. You've got to be real careful. Even this, right? Why are you here? Because what's happening from your team right now?
They're all waiting.
Right. There's nothing. There's waiting. So why are you picking this? Well, dopamine feels good, right?
Yeah.
But the difference is not that pursuing pressure is bad. You have to understand that with what you do now, you're choosing not to do something later. So watch carefully. What's happening right now? Can you see it?
I backed out and everybody else pushes up.
And then now you're out. You see it? Now, you're in a position now where you can no longer apply pressure as effectively as you'd like to. And so now your Winston's out, your Sombra Cycle is also out. And what did you do as a result? Nothing. Okay. So if you really want your dopamine, synchronize your pressure. And this is why it's so important to use your eyeballs. You're relying way too much off of your brother's communication here. And that works really well when it syncs up. But like this right now, this is egregiously bad. Because we need you to be sitting here waiting, dodging. Sombra gets the hack. Okay, we actually don't even necessarily need to go in now. And then now we drop in. Shoot, fan, deflect, ash out. I mean, there is a real chance somebody dies there. Okay. And if they don't die, you certainly bail your brother out. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So the problem was that you abandoned your angle towards a range that wasn't appropriate, and then walked away from your angle again to a range that wasn't appropriate, got your deflect forced. I won't even say you got your deflect forced. I think you wanted it. I think you wanted it. I think you wanted it. And I want you to remember that when we talk about how I can't seem to manage people's attention when they know I'm coming. Okay. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Even this, really, really not good. See, now, once again, you're on the back foot. Do you notice that? Look at what's happening right now. Stuff is happening right now. Look at your Sombra. Look at your Winston. And your deflect, again, your health, again, forced. So even if you wanted to pressure that Sojourn now, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, it feels so poor to do so.
Yeah. Because
we mistimed our pressure so poorly. Now, you could also go, it looks like my team has moved forward here, so I need to move forward as well. Like, I'll look at my Sombra. Okay, so then where's your angle rotate to now? Be deliberate, be specific, be strategic. Where would you go? So if Statue's no longer pulling it for you, where would you go next?
Maybe, I kind of like where my Sombra is at because...
I do too. That side of the map anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you dash to this window here? Talk about panic in the streets, right? And you just sit and you listen and you listen and you look and you listen and you look and you listen and you look and you see your win and bam.
Okay.
You got me? This is not about being more cautious or more. It's about being more strategic with your aggression so that you can kill more people. I want you to kill more people. That's what I want. Yeah. Right? And you should too. So this is the problem is that you're constantly fishing for uptime, which is ironically hurting your uptime.
Yeah.
Because when it really matters, you're nowhere to be seen. And this is what we call losing space because you took a bad cooldown trade. Your Winston, your Sombra, the whole 9 yards. Now, we're not really looking at the rest of your team, but from your perspective, absolutely. This is good. Close range, off angle. He was not expecting you to be there. This is good as well. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, this is all fine. So you're managing attention. We walk on the angle, we deflect, and then we dash out. That's the Genji cycle right there. Now you're like, oh my gosh, everybody was looking at me and we still lost. Because we already lost space and we died before the fight started. Yeah. You take a really bad cooldown trade here, you're just dice rolling that your team doesn't lose. Guess what? They lost. GG, go next. But the last little bit there, from starting from here, was all good. All that was really good. You closed the gap, you deflected, you got really close, you dashed out. It's all really, really, really good. No complaints. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Now you just need to chill. You just need to chill here. You can hold top here because they're not really even pushing you here, but as long as you live here, you're fine. Yeah, this should be okay. Okay, let's keep going. Any questions so far?
I don't think so. I think you pretty much cleared everything up.
Okay, perfect. Check your team. Where are we fighting with the information that we have right now?
Very far back. Well, I guess I wouldn't even say that we're necessarily
correct. So keep that in the back of your mind, right? So we got to be really careful here because we don't want to get any cooldowns forced here. Now you're like, oh, this guy's overextended. Sure. Because he was 1-2 versus 1-2. It was a 2v2, right? You see that because 3 members of his team are back there. So then, punish that. But then really quickly here, we need to go back on that angle and find out where do we go next. So yes, go right back. Don't have your deflect. Don't play games. Thoughts on the proximity of this angle?
I would say it's pretty close.
It's pretty close. It's not optimal, I would say, but it's probably good enough. Now, if you'd had time here, where could you rotate to from here while you're waiting for your deflect? Where could you go from here?
Personally, I'd probably walk. Well, actually, I'm being healed right now, so I don't know.
Remember, we want proximity and depth. If we can have both, we'll take it. But the map might not give it to us. So what is the map giving you right now?
The only thing that comes to my mind right now is going down below where the mega is at.
Proximity, much better, right? Problem, it's proximity to the guy that you don't want to be proximity to, right? Yeah. And it's also depth-wise not any better. In fact, it's a little bit worse, like 5 degrees worse. Okay, let's keep thinking. You ready for this one? Yeah. Okay. Now I didn't know. That's my point, right? You didn't know. You should know. You know how you should know? Because you should go, I want to go deeper. I want to get closer. Is there anywhere around? Let's just try it. That's how practice should look. Okay. Go try it out. Try it out. Figure it out. Trial and error. Who cares? This is where we practice, right? You should find stuff because you're looking for it. I do this with new maps all the time. I find new angles because I want them to be there and they should be there and they're good map designers, so they are there usually, right? Yeah. That's how map design works, right? So when I'm here, I know I'm like, okay, I'm missing some HP. I don't have my deflect, so I might as well just take a second to kind of calibrate where I'm at. So do it. You're not really doing a lot right now anyway, right? Now, I'm not saying this is a bad angle. This is better than what we've seen at times in the past, but it's still not great. And you feel it. You're like, man, I didn't have my deflect. And guess where the Sojourn came from?
Oh, yeah.
She came from the angle that you didn't know was there. And because you didn't have your deflect, you got destroyed. So in hindsight here, we drop, we walk, we full HP. Goodbye. She's cooked. It's over. Even without deflect, it's over, right? It's over for her. Go next. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Any questions so far again?
I guess my only question would be like what, so in that, like regarding that angle that you just told me about, like how do you know the difference between like taking an angle like that and like overextending?
Well, you define to me what overextending is.
I guess being so far away from your team that if you were to get pressured out, you know, you can't make it back to them in time for them to help you out. You know, if you
help you out with what?
If you you know, take too much damage.
Help you, but how are they gonna help you if you take too much damage?
Either, you know,
healing. You mean? Like healing? You mean? Like
healing, or like, you know, what's the word? Getting some of the pressure off, you know, just like shooting them if they were to, I guess.
You see, you kind of see how you don't really know what you're looking for, right? This is not a you problem. This is not a communicational issue on your end. It's really like you're looking for an answer that isn't there. Okay, so you're asking, when do I overextend as Genji in terms of if I get too deep on the back line? Is that kind of what you're asking?
I guess it's like, yeah.
You go ahead and finish your thought.
No, it's like, well, it's funny because it's like the more I talk about it, the more it's like, okay, well, if like quote unquote overextending, it's like when I can't get back to my team for them to help me, but I guess it's like I shouldn't have myself in a position where I either can't get back to my team or get back to cover with if they do push me out.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of nailed it with the cover thing right there, right? Like, you're right, cover's super important, and yet you've continually disrespected it and died from it.
Yeah.
So why are we so worried about not being able to get healing, right? Cover's more important. Fighting at the same time as your team is more important. So if we look at what's happening right now, is your team fighting?
Yes. Well,
yes.
One of them is.
Well, yeah, more than one, right? Look at 1, 2. Your supports are also peaking this here. I mean, support players are also brain dead idiots. But yes, they will eventually walk forward, right? So the overextension is more of a concern when you fight before your team fights. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. This is my problem with what you were doing on Statue, where you're fighting after your team fought on the choke, or then you would extend from cover, deflect a bash and dash away, and then your team would go in, right? There's a lack of rhythm. But if you're thinking, oh, I'm scared of hard flanking all the time, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sometimes hard flanking is not good with Genji if the map doesn't allow you to, but you know what? This is really the only time where a hard flank has been necessary. If you think about what the Statue, this is what we wanted. Or up here, this is also what we wanted. Or coming through Hotel, this is also what we wanted. None of these are hard flanks. They're just stuff to the side. Yeah. You know, stuff to the side. Okay. Sometimes it's shooting tank, sometimes it's shooting DPS, sometimes it's shooting support, sometimes it's getting a pocket from Wii, sometimes it's not. Doesn't matter. Just be there. Be there. Right? So don't worry as much about overextension. Worry about cutting your pressure or your risk down, because if you're worried about dying, this is way more likely to kill you, as we've seen. Yeah. Standing in the open, not playing your effective range, not marking angles, or fishing for deflects than what we've seen earlier. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Again, effective range. Where should we be moving towards right now?
I like the either over to the left where the boxes are at. Probably over there.
Rotating towards here. Shooting tank. Yep. Very easy to get support here. Alternatively, what's your other option?
I usually play over there on that the little window, and so I can drop down from there, and if I get pressured out, there's a pack, and then I could wall climb up the...
So we're seeing a more flank option right here, right? A deeper angle. You see it? Because that's what this side gave us. So if you get stuck here, you need to go flank, right? Higher risk, higher reward. Alternatively, left side, do you have the flank option? No, you're stuck.
No.
But it's still an off angle. It's all right. Ryan has to choose. Do I deal with this Genji? Do I deal with this Ashe? Do I deal with this Winston? That's fine. It's all right.
Yeah.
You got now. Alternatively, you could also, if you had time, go up through here and control through here. It's still risky, but there's options. My point being is that your Winston needs to desperately touch card here. And where are you?
Too far back.
Too far back. Not just too far back, but too far main. Even here, right? It's too late. This might have worked if you had been here, here. Wait, 3, 2, 1, dash up, blade. You see what I'm saying? Maybe.
Yeah.
What about it from here? Same thing. It's too late now. I mean, it's not a bad blade. I mean, that wins the fight if you have a tank alive.
Yeah.
It's fine. You get your one, you got out. Just works for me. This angle's good. I was gonna say, don't back off. This is your angle here. You got your deflex so you can manage attention despite your mechanical failure. And why are we backing off?
I guess probably in my head at this time is because I didn't have any cooldowns. But to be honest, I
But what do I want you to do, right? What do I want you to do, right? I want you to disengage here, but disengage to where?
Somewhere that's closer proximity.
Why not right here?
Yeah.
Just
that's
chill
what
here.
I
Just chill
actually
here.
don't know.
Just chill here. But you kind of see what we're asking for, right?
Yeah.
It's much less run it down, run it back, and much more plop yourself here, decide if you want to engage or disengage based off of what you see, and then just go back and hold the space. And guarantee if you watch Awkward's Unranked to GM, you'll see this the entire time, whether he's in Gold or Grandmaster. This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He starts on the angle and he decides what he wants to do. What he wants to do with his cooldowns once he's there. But that stuff will kill you. This right here, this will kill you. And it will also force you deflect so that when you get here, you won't be in a good position to do anything.
Okay.
There you go. Not your problem. And Merry Christmas. We did it.
Yeah.
You see it, right? It's beautiful. It's just a great job. Beautiful. And even if you don't get the kill there, like you look at that and you're like, dude, I failed so badly mechanically. But look very carefully at the top right. You see that Reinhardt's HP?
Yeah.
That's from you guys. You set up on a good angle. You have the deflect now to be able to hold that backline's attention. Reinhardt dies. That's you guys. You did that. You did that.
Yeah.
You were able to hold their attention for a long time and not die for it at any, like, zero risk of death because you walked, you managed your CDs, and you played your effective range. Now, this is questionable, I will say, without deflect especially, and in the middle of an active trance, so I think that was really stupid of you, but I guess it worked. So, but the first half, beautiful. Perfect, Genji. Great job.
Okay.
I mean, even this, right? What are they going to do about it? So what can they do about that? And they're thinking about you, man. They're so frustrated. They're like, dude, he's back there. I know he's back there, right? So you're like, you're playing with him, right? Look at him. He's still shooting at you. He doesn't know what to do. And they can't push you. Now, not every composition is going to be this incapable of pushing you. But that's fine. Don't peek it. Don't peek it. Don't peek it. Don't peek it. Don't peek. Careful, careful, careful. Sure. So we disengage, but we disengage to a different off angle. We probably could have just waited for deflect here. I probably would have preferred that instead.
Okay.
But at least we have a different angle. We're still utilizing that proximity. We're still utilizing that angle. Close the gap. Where should you be right now? As soon as they back off, where do you go?
Same spot I was at
Same
before.
spot, right? Now, you forced them back, you and your Bob. That was good. So, next angle. This is not safe. This is you want your deflex so bad. But, my friend, it's so much more satisfying to get deflex stuff like this. So much better.
Yeah.
You're not in bronze anymore, you know? And even in bronze, that's still a vastly more inefficient way of using your deflect. Their gun is better. You see it? Their gun's better.
Yep.
And now it's over. Like your Winston bubble's gonna get broken, and then your Winston's gonna die. You're gonna die. It's oh my god. Yeah. You can tell, right? There's just no pressure because everyone's using their guns, and their guns are better. I always say jokingly that the best way to play Genji is to just roleplay. Really. Just roleplay. Like, what do you think you should do? Look at your character. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's how you play the character. You do exactly what it looks like you do. You wall climb, you lurk around, and if you're managing your deflect correctly and your dash correctly and your cover usage correctly and your proximity correctly, you don't have the problem as much of what you said of what do I do when they all look at me? Well,
yeah,
deflect, right? Right? Or cover usage, right? So right now, this is already infinitely better than what we've seen earlier. Why? Because we're role playing. We're angling. This is good. Do we want to shoot Ryan here? Sure. We could shoot Mercy, Moira, doesn't matter. Whatever secure. Because we're going to get close to it all. Sure. This is fine. I mean, you exploded because you got hit by rail and whatever, but that's just more of a mechanical misplay than it is a bad position. This position's okay. You left the position to get a kill, which you have to kind of wonder why, but I don't know. It's a rezzing Mercy. I get it. It's not a stupid idea. I saw the vision. Sorry, go next.
Yeah, I think we had a couple games before this where we had a Mercy that kept rezzing over and over again, so it's
sure.
like
Sure.
PTSD. I was like,
it
I gotta go
happens.
with Mercy.
We got to take some space. Where do you need to be?
Probably. Oh, it could be. No, that wouldn't be that close actually. I would probably just go same spot I was at earlier.
Same spot. You could also dash across to here and angle here as well. Remember, it just anything is better than where you're at right now because you neither have proximity nor an angle. This is not close, but at least it's an angle. This is not close, but at least it's an angle. And then you can get closer from there. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, it's angle and proximity. You want both, but you'll take either one. But yeah, absolutely. Top left is great. No waste of time. Go, 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 go. Your team is here. Let's go. Too far. Where do you go? So now this is good because you may have made them back up, right? So what's the next step?
I might do it here, but I usually like going down below and into the building and wrap around behind.
You got it. Now you park your butt here and decide what to do. You shoot the Reinhardt in the back where the back line can't see you, or you wrap around here. Because guess what? Your gun is effective versus Reinhardt. Because he doesn't have a gun, and you do. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, you're the sniper. But this hurts. You should have died there. There's not enough intention to rotate here. So now we're in a good position, but we don't have deflect. You don't have HP, and so now we have to leave. And now we die. You see it? You had the right idea. You're too slow. You got to be fast. She has a gun. You don't.
Okay. I actually think for, like, this entire point, I'm pretty sure we get dominated for these entire 2.5 minutes and then win the last point.
Okay.
So,
okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's always a good start. Beautiful. Nice job. It's over for them, right? Unless they hit a crazy ult here, this is really, really bad for them. Really bad. There's nowhere to go. Right? Like Mercy look where the Mercy just flew to, right? In the middle of the open, right? And the best part about this here is that you have walked here and look at the status of your HP and your cooldowns.
Yep.
So you get to choose. Do I want to deflect? Do I want to dash in for the kill? Do I want to dash out to safety? Either one works. You decide to go for the more aggressive version, which, yeah, seems fine to me. Get the dash reset if you want it. Probably would just dash away from there. Oh gosh, yeah, a little faster there. Yeah. But again, is it what a weird coincidence. 4 fights. The 4th fight, you took the angle, and what happens?
We won it
instantly. Now it's not always going to happen. You're only 10% of the battlefield technically, but when 10% of the battlefield starts playing like 20% because they actually lock in, then that dramatically increases your team's chances of winning.
Yeah.
And you didn't even do anything mechanically spectacular either. Sure. Because you know what? Even if you don't get the kill here, this is a pretty good position to be, right? Short range off angle.
Yeah.
I think you just forgot that you didn't use your dash reset.
Dash.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Just some mechanical errors, some unnecessary deaths, because you're missing CDs. This is where it's just a question of timing. You're just a little early. Just wait about 3 seconds, and this is fine. And again, I hate to be a broken record here, but you need to get in here. Alternatively, you can wrap to here, go from here, poke Ryan, walk up to statue, and then where do you go from here?
You can go up top to the that spot.
Yep. You got another option, right? You just keep squeezing them, right? There's options. But we got to be really careful that we don't end up in this loop again because I'm getting scared. Because now our Winston's staging and we've just used our deflect. And so we end up in the good position, but we end up in the good position without a deflect. And so this is what means we don't actually get out on the angle quickly enough, right? So now we're stuck in the middle of a shadow that wasn't even aimed for us.
Yeah.
All right, come on. We got this. Surely we got this. Your Bastion's turreting. Where do you need to be? He's going too early, to be clear, but you got to help him. Where do you need to be? Dumb question, right?
Yeah.
Here, drop, deflect, dash out, whatever, or the other side. Your choice.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Good. Yep. Sure. Go get her. Sure. Sure. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, nice job. I gotta know.
Yeah,
Okay. No comment.
I had plenty of comments for that in this game.
Where's your angle here, by the way? With where this fight's gonna happen, you know where it's gonna happen, right? Where's it gonna happen?
The fight that's about to happen, you're talking about?
Where is it gonna happen?
Yeah, it's right down main, or
Yeah.
it's I guess
Like-
we're up top where that Rhine is at as well.
Right. So it's gonna be somewhere here, right? So are you on a short range off angle? No.
I would say no.
And no to no, right? So where's the solution, right? I know you're down one, but you can at least try to hold space and see what happens. So where is that?
Yeah.
There's a couple of options.
Yeah. Oh, man. I guess there's the bat. I just left that spot. There's the one spot where I was at earlier, and I used the deflect over to the left.
Like over here.
Yeah.
It's too long, but it's a good path to a better position, aka here.
Okay.
Right? You see what I'm saying? Like this
Yeah.
with the context, you can lurk around here, and what happens? You see it? Alternatively, you could just simply have been here. Like this is fine too.
Oh, okay.
Because what happens here? Well, sneaky, or just do this. This is useful. Can you live here? Yeah. Is it risky? Yeah. But, you know, speaking of risk, right?
Yeah.
It's like this. It's not that you're risk averse. It's that you think that you're being more risk averse than you actually are. Right? You're not. You're standing in the open. You're not taking space.
Yeah.
And so you're dying to random crap, sniper rifles, and so on. So, like right now, you're scared to go deeper right, aren't you? Right? But you shouldn't be. Why? Because what kind of architecture is this for you? It's great. It's congested. It's small. It's good. Sneaky. Does that make sense? That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're going to cut down your deaths, and we're going to up your damage and your limbs. At least until you climb into a higher rank, and then things are going to become difficult again, but that's just how the game works. You see the problem here, right? It's an angle.
Yeah.
But it's a shallow angle. And it's, how is the proximity score?
It's pretty far, especially from...
Pretty bad, right? Pretty bad.
Yeah.
You should have gone right. Or maybe you can commit left. Now, you can make this work. You could dash here and, I don't know, deflect, hope for the best. But this feels really scary. You see it, right? Really uncomfortable. Yeah. Really uncomfortable. I mean, you feel it. It just feels terrible.
Yeah.
And your poor Winston's just kind of taking the beating for it. Thankfully, he has Primal, but yeah. Even your blade staging's bad, right? Because where's your blade coming from? You know, inside your backline, right? Where could it come? What about here? How much easier would be to blade from here, right? Dash up. There's your blade right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions so far?
I don't think so.
I wanted to keep in mind that your question about like how did we snowball this so well, and I will answer that question. So far, it's just basically been you guys had an ult combo and they didn't. Like Primal Blade Bastional versus nothing is going to win, right? So let's see if you guys cap. I mean, in theory, you guys don't have any ultimates here, so somebody has to make a misplay in their end. Yeah, they just made a massive misplay. Like I don't know what's happening here, but they're like so disconnected with their push. Like like what
Look at my tank, dog.
Oh no, that is a disaster. The best part about it is he drops to 40 HP, 22 HP, jumps out, and still connects with somebody and kills them. So you want to talk about like how you guys cap this? There you go, right there. Escorted and hybrid is a little like that sometimes. You know, one bad mistake can mean that all of a sudden you're just getting snowballed. Like, really think about that. They use an ult, you use an ultimate, despite having a lot fewer ultimates, and all of a sudden they're kind of screwed. Like, you're just gonna cap right off of that.
Yeah.
And then there's the panic swap with how much ult charge did he have? 50. Let's say it wasn't that much, but he swaps the hazard because Winston, I guess. Short range off angle?
Yeah, well.
Where's the rest of your team? Where are you? Or is this a short range off angle?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Is it good to shoot tank as Genji? Yes, it is. Of course it is. It's good to shoot anything. Is there a better angle available to you right now? I mean, you could play here-ish, you know. Maybe eventually you'll need to do that because this is much closer on the back half at this point.
Yeah.
But this is fine. You see what I'm saying? It's important that you get this one correct because a lot of people get this one incorrect where it's like, I have to force backline, but like this is fine. You want to maintain your distance a little bit, use your deflect very wisely, but this is effective. You're fine. Okay. And you feel it, right? I don't feel too bad here. I got my deflect, I'm okay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Messed up. Now this is where things get interesting. I would, honestly, it's not that you can't shoot at all, but you got to be really careful. Now how should you close the gap here? I kind of already spoiled this one for you, but in theory...
Yeah, just wrapping around to the left side under...
Why is that better than what we're doing right now? Because we're trying to close the gap. That's good, right? But what's wrong with this one? Why is the angle better?
Can see me.
Right, that's why the angle's better. That's why the angle's better. It's not just the element of surprise, it's also the fact that you will get surprised by angling yourself. You'll get shot in the butt. Here, there's no surprises. You see everything. That's why angles are good.
Yeah.
It's vision. So you're going to get your deflect force because you rotate in the open because you want to close the distance because you didn't know how to close the distance. That's kind of the way to think about it. So I appreciate you trying to close the distance here. Great play. By the way, that kind of stuff right there, that's also why you cap. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't go your way. Sojourn smoked you one time, you got a little unlucky with that one. Now's your time to get lucky. You also were damage boosted there as well, but that is crucial error from her that used a support ult when they easily could have lived there, and oh gosh, yeah, that hurts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary without deflect, but man, you're a demon up close. Even a Bastion has a tough matchup versus you. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, I mean that's it. You guys should cap this. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's look at I would like to look at 1 or 2 fights from the second code here, if that works for you.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Just to mix up the context a little bit. Because if you haven't noticed, when it comes to narrative construction, like how did we cap or how did we do this? I don't really care about the narrative. I just don't care. I can tell you that from your perspective, from what you can control, you did a really bad job. That's fine. You did a really bad job on most of first point on both your attack and your defense. But once you started to do a little better, things started to go a little bit better. Short range off angles. That's why. And then when you hold those angles and you have your deflect, that way, that's how you manage your cooldowns better. That's why I always start with positioning, because if you don't know how to position, you don't know how to manage your cooldowns.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get your deflect force because you don't know how to hold your cooldowns. You're going to get your dash force because you don't know how to position or how to angle without using your dash. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But think about most of your deflects and most of your dashes were things that you didn't purposefully use. You just had to use because of your position.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Really good point for Genji, I think. Lots of high ground, lots of ways. That's why high ground's good for Genji. It allows you to skip steps and get close, right? Where should you be right now?
On an off angle.
Right, choices, right? Where would you choose? You always have at least 2 choices with Genji usually.
Either where I just force that Genji out of, or over like basically mirror side.
You got it. Welcome to Overwatch map design. CS:GO 3-lane theory, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works. It's very carefully designed most situations to be like that. Now, not all lanes are exactly alike, right? There's very careful differences. Like, for example, this one feels a little bit more naked, but higher reward. This one feels a bit more shallow, but way lower risk, right? So you'll spend time shooting the D.Va, you'll shoot the Genji. Yep, you got it. But it's look at the vision that you'd have from that position, right? Like, if we put you here, let's just watch what happens. Shoot, tank, shoot, drop into Briggs head, she dies. You see it? So much easier than walking right through, just hoping that they don't see you.
Yeah. We can skip this part low-key.
No. High key, we got to see it. Hey, you got it, you know? Killfeed speaks the truth, so you're the greatest. I think you just missed the Brig, which is kind of funny, but that's all right.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You want to see something funnier? Look at this poor feller. Look at his HP. He's got this. Oh, it's fine. I'll just grab a health back. It's chill.
Yeah. Widow's so broken.
125 HP. 125 bit of mine. Her win rate, I swear, went up like 3% with that buff.
Had to.
Sure. I mean, you're up close. Now, this is pretty cheeky here, but you're in a situation where you have to kind of clutch it, so I understand. And hey, you're in a small room. Genji, good. Huge. Yeah, good job. Good stuff. We closed the gap. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Get up here. Now, when you get up here and you peek down the Trail of Tears here, like you get a Widowmaker over, you're going to have to find a different approach, right? But you don't give up. Maybe you off-angle on cart and shoot the tank and find a way to sneak up on the Widow later. You don't have to deal with targets because you're a specific fly swatter. Genji's not a fly swatter. Genji is a multivitamin. Genji can deal with any number of things. Think more about what the position and don't worry about, oh, I have to deal with the Widow because that's my job, or I have to avoid the Winston because he counters me. No. Just take the position and see what happens, right? Like right now, why are we backing away? What's our job, quote unquote, with the position that we have right now? Or should have right now, rather. What's the shoot? I mean, look, right? Shoot the Genji. Shoot the D.Va. Who's going to have better mechanics? You or the enemy Genji? I don't know. That's it. Fight there. Win the trade. Maybe make and drop. Sneak up.
Okay.
Right? Or maybe you'd play underneath. Maybe you'll hide here. Lurk on the Juno. Force her out. Then take that space to go kill the Brick. Right? I don't know. But don't back away from an angle. Don't back away from a good cover, good corner, lots of close range. And crucially, in a real-time video game that's going to change every single second, that might change. Like, as they run past you, your target priority all of a sudden pivots away from peeling your backline to killing theirs because she just walked on top of you and you didn't even see her. So you're noticing, again, it's not about certain targets that you have to deal with because giving Genji that space is really bad because guess what? He's going to deflect, he's going to get armor packs from the target that you should have killed, and then he's going to get out alive. Potentially. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
What's close right now? Juno, kind of?
Juno.
Right? Nice stuff. Good disengage. Just a little slow in the deflect, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's watch one more fight here. Let's actually just pivot our fight location here to somewhere else. Okay. All right, you got some choices here. Where are you gonna go? This is a good angle, but it's very far. But it is Brig, so you do outrange her. So in theory, it's fine. And see, there you go.
Yeah.
Gain the space. You see that? She backs off. So what does that mean for you positionally?
That I'm,
where can you go next?
I guess.
Where can you go next?
Forward. I can go up to the
Yeah, right here, right? You earned it. Good job. Keep walking. Even better. Look at that. Beautiful. Now you're insane to do do
Yeah, I thought she was.
However, the fact that she's there and the fact that rally was forced is, okay, I get it. Because you outpositioned her. If you just deflect this, holy crap, why are you deflecting?
I know.
That's fine. It's a mechanical error. It happens. Mechanical error happens. But honestly, like a pretty nice little bit of flowchart positioning from you there. Just, don't fumble the bag with the commitment there. But yeah.
Right. Yeah.
TLDR, short range off angle. That's it. Every Genji VOD review, I will say to the dawn of time, to the end of time will be basically that. And your problem is that you had questions about managing enemies' attention. But most of those problems came down to your deflect getting forced pre-fight because you were not as well positioned as you thought that you were.
Okay.
There was some reticence about taking deeper flanks, but I encourage you to not, first off, don't worry about that. All right. It's way safer than what you're doing right now anyway. And second off, you don't always have to deeper flank. That just may be what the map gives you. Sometimes it's just chunk to the side, shoot the Rhine shield. That's fine. Like, think about that first point in Dorado, that little bit up on that top right. Shoot, just marking the Genji. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not flashy, but it's more effective than what you were doing before. So that's all I have to say. Any questions?
I gotcha. I don't think so.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure.
Yeah.
If questions do
Yeah.
come